Hello everyone, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. So today I've got my very first glue book, and this is not the first page but like the second and third page, and I'm showing it to you now because I'm gonna be working on it, and so here it is. Just want to kind of show you how I turn these glue pages into art pages, and so that's kind of like how I roll, I guess. I kind of can't seem to keep things in a box. I tend to turn my glue books into junk journals, or just hybrid and maybe art journals, and but I find it kind of interesting. So I'm using the oil pastels, and the oil pastels, I really love them because they're very blendable, and you can do it by just putting a little bit of baby wipe, and see there what I'm doing with that kind of orangey color. I put a little bit of a way baby wipe on there to kind of make that color run a little bit. Here I'm gluing down some pieces because I didn't finish this journal. I'm still working on it. You know, a lot of glue books, a lot of books like this, you know, it's not like you just sit there and, you know, do beginning to end all at once, usually, you know. So I actually played with this book not too long ago, and I did a little spread there with a little pregnant girl. But anyway, that was on my last video. But anyway, this page I did over a year ago, and so the glue is starting to wear out. I did buy that extreme glue, but I didn't have it handy, so I just went back with the glue that I had handy, which is the Dollar Tree one, which I still like it for some reasons, mainly I want to say repurposing, but that's not the right word. I think it's like replacing, but that sounds weird too. Basically, that glue is good when you're not gonna commit to gluing it somewhere necessarily, because you can usually kind of, it's more flexible. You can maybe peel it off sometimes and place it somewhere else. So that there is a benefit to that, but typically, you know, when you want to glue something, you kind of want to glue it. You know, you don't want to have to deal with having to go back and re-glue. So I did have to do that several times, but anyway, I just was going off the cues of how I was feeling when I was choosing colors. As you can tell, you know, I started with kind of the green, turquoise green, and then went into some orange, and then went into some yellow, and now I'm kind of going into some green. And so I think that's making that look really bright and cool. So now I'm going in with a little bit of orange, because that's what's calling my attention. I think I talked about orange not too long ago, and how it's not one of the colors that I usually go for. But here's me gluing again, by the way. But it's definitely a very complementing color in the right amount, I think. And so you could see some splashes of orange on this page on some of the imaging and images, and also as I'm putting some color in there, you'll see that I will add a little bit of orange later on, but right now I'm just really drawn to that yellow. It's almost like a neon yellow. And then that little dog, I remember when I cut him out that he was near a poolside. So his edges might have a little bit of blue already, and so that kind of made me feel like I wanted some blue around him. And so, but you know, since they are blendable colors, you kind of get a little bit of that green happening kind of naturally around the edges, and so I think that's really fun. So there I am with the baby wipe spreading that blue, and of course when you do the baby wipe you kind of spread it pretty thin, which again it's not a bad thing or a good thing, it's just what it is, that depending on what you want to do. And so I think initially I wanted to just for it to be a thin layer so that then I can go back in and you know, just so that I could try to almost trace around the little dog, so I wouldn't color him blue, which actually, now that I think about it, that might not have been a bad idea, because a blue little dog like that would be kind of cool. But anyway, I just decided that yeah, that I didn't want him to be blue, and so but I did want the around him to be blue. So now I'm going in, I think I'm going in with a little bit of green, if I'm not mistaken. And so yeah, on some of the corners where the colors meet, you know, you got to be careful because you'll get mud if you get too careless. So you kind of have to go with caution. Of course, I've sped up the video obviously, and so it doesn't look like I'm being very careful, which, you know, I'm not being terribly careful. I mean, I'm being very intuitive, you know, and so, but like I said, where the colors actually meet, you kind of want to be careful, unless you don't care for it to look muddy, which, you know, there's a difference between blended and, you know, like shabby chic kind of darkened areas and things like that, you know, kind of giving it a little bit of an aged or distressed look, and then just muddy. You know, there is a difference, and it was kind of funny because when I first started doing art like this, I really couldn't tell the difference that much, but as you keep doing art, you start, you know, kind of getting better at it, and you start kind of seeing things like that. I'm still not that great at art, but I definitely enjoy it, and definitely practice does improve. No, maybe not make perfect, but it definitely improves. Sorry about the camera, that was kind of wild. It actually fell while I was doing it because I'm in the living room, which is not usually where I film, and my coffee table is like really, really dark brown, almost black, and I thought, well, you know, I wonder if that'll be an interesting kind of background versus the usual really white look, which, you know, I usually film under in a different area. And I kind of like it, especially for this particular project. I feel like the colors came out really good. So anyway, here's the finished product, guys. Please consider subscribing if you have not. And I thank you for spending this time with me and taking a look. I hope this gives you some inspiration. I hope you will tell me in the comments below if there was something that I said or did here that inspired you, or, you know, that you enjoyed. I really love the feedback. And please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you like crafts, if you like crafting, glue books, junk journals, paper crafts. Give me a thumbs up. Also share on your personal Facebook, or, you know, wherever you feel like it would be a blessing to others. And as always, I'm always going to say love you so much because I sure do. We hear all kinds of things in a day, and I don't think we always hear too much kindness around us, and so that's why I tend to start my videos and end my videos in such a way, because I think that sharing kindness and love and beauty is a worthy cause. And so, yeah, I'm always going to greet you with my sweet little paper kitty, and I'm always going to say goodbye in a very sweet way if I can manage. So, again, guys, thank you so much. Love you so much. Love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.